describe what you're doing.
So this is just a camel assist that you can do in the middle of the room on anybody. So whether or not they're reaching for their feet, but it helps if they're reaching back to blocks or their feet. So for now, I'm going to give Chase 2 blocks. She's going to bring her hands to her low back. And first thing she's going to do is really free those arm bones back and melt right here. Good. And as she tips back and opens through her chest, she'll simultaneously find her blocks. So you can do this even if somebody's not reaching back, but it's much nicer if they're reaching back. I'm going to take my big toe right into that magic button we've been working on, and I'm going to lift her up and forward. I'm almost lifting her up off her blocks. Her job is to reach back and find the blocks and keep reaching back. This is sending her hips forward and her heart up. She's breathing, hopefully. And then when she's ready to bring her hands to her low back, I can give her a little flip with my foot to help her up. And she'll come back onto her heels and breathe. You come really, really close to the wall. And then I'm going to slide this strap, and she's just going to position this on top of her thighs. So right there. I have to come down in here and get really close. She's going to bring her hands to her low back, lift her chest. Good. She could reach for her heels, but she absolutely does not have to. I'm going to place my foot here. I'm going to pull back with my strap, and she's resisting. And I'm giving her so much pressure, and she's resisting. Maybe your hands will reach her heels. Good, Chase, you're right there. Come back a little bit more. You're right there. Good. So maybe she's going to tuck her feet. Yeah. Good. And then she's going to resist my pressure, so I'm pulling back, resist. I'm pulling back with a lot of energy. Resist. Push back into the wall. Push your heart toward the wall. Good. And then when she's ready, she'll bring her hands to her thighs. I don't release all the pressure right away, so she slams her head into the wall. But she comes up nice and slow and takes a break right there. So practice. If you have a student who's getting a little stuck, usually they're getting to the crown of their head, but they can't quite get there from there. So Jamie's going to come down onto her back. Good, and she's going to set up like bridge. So the first thing she'll do is make sure her feet are pointing straight toward the wall. She'll bend her elbows like robot arms, plug her elbows down to lift her chest. Good, and then she'll bring her hands next to her ears. Good. I'm going to have her lift to the crown of her head first, because that's my way of knowing that she can get there. Lift your hips too. So lift to the crown of her head first. I plant my feet right here and say, grab my ankles. Good. I reach into those rhomboid muscles. I say 1, 2, 3, straighten your arms, and I lift her up toward me. Turn your feet straight toward the wall, Jamie. Hug your inner thighs together. Hug your elbows in. Plug your shoulders back in, and that's so nice. And then when I'm ready, she tucks her chin in, and she comes down. Guys, this is so much work in your own body. You have to resist her weight with your body weight. Bend your knees so you're not using your back. And then she relaxes.